In the largest wilderness in Zambia, predators are under threat like never before. But there's a dedicated group on the front line of a valiant fight to save these endangered carnivores.
We'll just keep monitoring, make sure he stays stable.
There's only 1 week left before they need to ship out. As time runs out, they have to track down some of Zambia's most iconic species.
I can see 4 dogs now.
Confront grave human threats.
Got a phone call saying there's a snared lioness.
And put themselves in the path of danger.
In the vehicle! In the vehicle!
Kafue National Park, the largest and wildest protected area in Zambia. This team of conservationists is on the trail of one of Africa's most endangered carnivores, the wild dog.
The caller's at my 10 o'clock here.
Okay, so I can see 4 dogs now.
So I got the 2 callers here, then another dog bedded directly to our 9 o'clock, and then those 3 back there. Do you see more than that?
Yeah, just have 3. So I think in total maybe 7.
Tracking them down in this remote part of the park hasn't been easy. But for carnivore biologist Milan Vinks and researcher and project vet Dr. Kambwiri Banda, the effort is worth it. There are only around 6,000 wild dogs left on the continent. Human encroachment, habitat loss, and competition for prey have decimated their numbers. Kafue National Park is one of the last strongholds for the wild dog. With its vast forest and grasslands, it's home to one of the largest populations in Africa. So conserving this key predator is a top priority. A distant relative of the domestic dog, they're incredibly social. They live within a strict hierarchy in packs averaging around 10 members, led by an alpha male and female. It's the alpha male that Milan and Dr. Banda are desperate to locate today. They've been studying this pack for many years, gaining valuable insights into the dog's behavior. But right now, the male's satellite collar needs to be replaced. Without it, the team would be unable to continue to track and study the endangered pack.
We're good to go now since we have loaded the dirt and we have everything that we need. Should be able to go now, find the dog.
Dr. Banda, known as KB, needs to maneuver as close as possible to the alpha. His gun is loaded with a sedative precisely measured for the dog's body size, so only a perfect shot will do. Working in tandem, KB and Milan maneuver their trucks to keep a visual on the alpha male. KB is perfectly placed to take aim.
That's a good shot, so should be happy, but then can't be happy until I see the dog go down.
The darted dog is startled and moves away. But as the drugs take effect, he soon settles. The rest of the pack and the already collared alpha female wait curiously nearby. They will not move far without their leader. Darting a dog in the field can be perilous. Too much sedative is a risk. Too little, and he'll wake too soon. This is not a controlled setting like a vet office, so they pay close attention to the dog's breathing and heart rate. So far, the animal is responding well. And Milan replaces the satellite collar with a new one that will allow the team to locate the pack more easily and monitor their behavior and safety. He takes blood samples, and the male's condition is recorded for their study. They must now return the alpha to his waiting pack as quickly as possible. Using a sedative reversal drug, he will soon wake from his sleep.
So Dr. Banda is hoping to reverse the effects of the drug at about an hour. We're at about 45 minutes right now, so in the next 15 minutes we'll just keep monitoring the individual and make sure he stays stable. And then once the reversal is given, we'll back up and let the dog have time to recover, and then we'll stick with him until he's totally recovered.
It's a nerve-wracking moment for all, as the reversal drug starts to take effect. But KB cannot rest until the dog is fully awake. He moves away to ensure that his presence doesn't cause any stress.
And now we're just sitting here, watching the dog, trying to see if he continues breathing and everything is okay. We're here to make sure also that we defend the dog from animals like lions, cheetah, leopard that may try to take advantage of the state of the dog at the moment. So we'll sit here until the dog wakes up and wait until the dog is strong enough to be able to run away from danger and protect itself. And that's the only time that we'll be able to move out. Oh, he's okay now. Wow. Let's try to follow him up and see if we can join the friends. Otherwise, if he keeps running, we may lose him.
KB uses his vehicle to encourage the dog towards its pack. A successful reunion.
The way he's looking, he can run away from danger and we have nothing to worry about, I think.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. So maybe I might just head back to the road if you want to follow, or...
Yeah, I can head back to the road. Let me just have the last vision, then you should be able to come back to you guys.
Wild dogs require vast territories to survive, much larger than most other carnivore species. They've struggled with ongoing human encroachment as people have moved into the dog's land. The team hopes that by understanding the daily lives of wild dogs and discovering what threatens them, they can work to keep them safe. The Zambian Carnivore Program team is based deep in the bush of central Zambia. Working alongside the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, they're on the front line of a very unfair fight. Numbers of several carnivores, such as cheetahs, leopards, lions and wild dogs, have plummeted across Africa. Without intervention soon, these key predator species could go extinct. The vast Kafue National Park provides a beacon of hope. Covering over 22,000 square kilometers, this remote landscape is home to some of Africa's most iconic predators. Biologist Milan Vinks, a graduate of Montana State University, heads up the field study. He holds a degree in wildlife biology and previously studied grizzly bears and lynx in the northern US. But today, his focus is the carnivores of Kafue, an entirely different ecosystem on the other side of the world.
Zambia is kind of a stronghold for a lot of the focal species that we look at: lion, wild dog, and cheetah. So right now we're closely monitoring 7 lion prides, 4 dog packs, and 5 cheetah.
Scientists have discovered that the catastrophic decline of apex predators such as wild dogs, cheetahs, and lions has led to a huge increase in smaller species usually under them in the food chain. This causes major economic and ecological disruptions. As these smaller species face less competition, their populations increase. And that creates problems for farmers and villagers. So maintaining the apex predator population is in everyone's interest. Doing his part in that mission is Zambian national researcher and vet Dr. Kambwiri Banda. He helps collar the animals they study and provides emergency medical care for victims of poaching. Assisted by junior ecologist Lamek Sakala, they have been in this remote location for 6 months. But imminent rains will make the park completely inaccessible. They have just 1 week before they'll be forced to leave. The race is on to fit new technology, which means they can continue to monitor and protect the carnivores.
Fortunately now with these satellite collars, we'll be able to monitor a lot of the packs, prides, and even the cheetah remotely from the computer, so we can kind of monitor where they're going and if they are moving into areas of high risk or areas that we're concerned with.
One of the biggest threats in those areas is from snares. The simple and illegal wire traps are usually placed to catch antelope, but the team has seen an alarming development.
We have started getting reports now of people snaring specifically to target carnivores, so actually baiting snare sites and with the idea of potentially catching lions coming into those baits, which is really concerning for us because it'll obviously directly impact the lion population.
With this new threat, it's vital that the team checks the existing lion prides are okay before departing in 6 days. There is a key pride of lions that Milan hasn't seen for over a week. Thankfully today, he's finally received a location download.
So we've just left Treetops Camp. I plotted the location for Mushy Pride that we downloaded this morning. So we're going to try and see if we can find them.
Milan uses the VHF radio to pinpoint the lion's position. The last time he saw the pride, it was 11 strong, including a vulnerable cub.
I think here in the river bottom, the tree line here. So we just found mushy collared female, KLI 218, and she's one of the oldest individuals in our study here. Right now there's 4 adult females in this pride, and they have a group of 6 subadult males that are with them as well that are their cubs, and then they have 1 young female cub, just about 7-8 months.
Today, Milan can't see any sign of that young female cub.
Unfortunately, it was in quite poor condition throughout the last few months that we've seen it. At the moment we can't see it, so we suspect it may not have made it. The last time we saw her was about 7 days ago, and she was quite thin and in quite poor condition.
But it's not just the cub that's missing. There is also no sign of the 6 teenage males. Milan thinks they might be responsible for the cub's disappearance.
We suspect that since at the time there were 6 subadult males that were still hanging out within the pride, and just the pressure of those 6 males and the demand for resources, for food and things, there was just not an opportunity for the cub to get enough food and get enough nutrition to do well.
The cub's fate is looking grim. The team can only hope that the male lions have successfully dispersed to form their own bachelor group. New males contribute to the genetic pool of the species and offer protection to their future offspring, so every single one of them is vital. But Milan is just grateful the lions he has found are in good health.
It's always great to actually get a visual on the lions, to make sure that they're doing okay and that they don't have any snares or anything, and then just see who all is there and get a catalog of who's still around. And knowing that the cub is not there is really important data for us, as we try to monitor survival and reproductive success as close as we can to get an idea of how the trend of the population is doing.
Milan is not optimistic that the team will locate the missing lions in the few days that remain. None of the young males are wearing collars, so finding them is now purely down to chance. There are only 4 days left until they ship out. But this morning's plans must be put on hold. There's an emergency call.
So we got back to camp late last night. Unfortunately, got a phone call saying there was a snared lioness, an area about 2 hours south of here.
With a snared lioness in desperate need of help, the team has to get going in case she moves.
It sounds like they have visual on her this morning. So all we need to do right now is get out there and see if we can get an opportunity to dart her and take that snare off.
With dirt roads, tough terrain, and a river to cross, getting to the location is no easy task. Illegal wire snares are a huge problem around Kafue. Lines of up to 20 traps are set in paths that poachers know animals walk along. 2 camp staff demonstrate how simple yet devastating the snares are. Twigs and leaves disguise a wire loop. When an animal steps on the trap, it triggers the snare. And the wire is pulled tight by a branch. These snares trap anything unfortunate enough to stand on them, usually resulting in a slow and painful death. Anti-poaching teams have seized over 400 snares in the last 4 months in this area alone. Threatening carnivores studied by the Zambian Carnivore Program. Sadly, some of them have already been triggered. The ZCP team must journey up the Kafue River. This is a dangerous waterway full of hippos and Nile crocodiles. The mood on the boat is pensive. But it's not the river that the team is worried about. They're more concerned about what they might find when they locate the lioness and the prospect of surgery in the field. This remote corner of the park is wild. Carnivores roam freely, as well as herds of elephants who can associate humans with poaching. James Duncan Anderson, the guide who spotted the lioness, waits on the bank.
So basically, she's still lying on the ground, but she could be mobile into the grass, so we're hoping she's going to stay put. At the moment, the other female is quite, as I say, she's restless, constantly looking up, a lot of yawning, all of that sort of typical of wanting to go.
But the snare's still
It's
on.
still attached, but it's obviously the tendon that's hanging down so it's just above, probably.
Oh,
so
I see.
It looks very fresh, so she's probably pulled it out and just...
Yeah, okay.
As upsetting as it sounds, the team must stay focused. Already, danger is near.
Yeah, we had some nice, we had some bulls in the area, hoping they're not with us at the moment.
A close encounter with a herd of elephants could be deadly. The elephants disappear into the bush. The team hopes they stay there. They locate the injured lioness. She's some way off in the long grass.
We just got visual of the snare wound. It looks pretty bad, so.
They edge the vehicles as close as possible. The lioness appears settled. So KB takes aim. The team can finally see the extent of the wound. It's a life-threatening injury. But not all has gone according to plan.
Unfortunately, the dart bounced out, so we're just trying to see how much of the dose she actually got. It looks like she's showing some effects of the drugs, but now it's just going to wait about 10-15 minutes and see how she responds.
After a couple of minutes, the lioness sits back down, either because the drugs are taking effect, or simply because walking is too painful. KB records the exact time when the lioness was darted. This helps him calculate when it's safe to approach her. The lioness appears to be asleep, but there's only one way to be sure. It's clear that KB needs to top up the tranquilizer.
I think it should be fine.
He covers the big cat's eyes to keep her as calm as possible. The support team of guides from the nearby safari camp maneuvers their vehicles to act as shields. There are other predators nearby who might want to attack the injured female. A blanket provides a makeshift operating area. The snare has cut deep, and several layers of thick wire have wrapped themselves around her hind paw. But just as the team sets to work, trouble appears on the horizon. The female herd of elephants with young walks right into the operation. Elephants fear lions and, when threatened, have been known to attack and trample individuals to death.
In the vehicle! In the vehicle! Hey! Stay there. Hey, girl, come on!
A heart-pounding moment. But KB and Milan get straight back to work.
Hey!
As the agitated elephant storms to and fro, Milan and KB have to stay calm and work fast. They have to trust the eyes of the spotters so that they can continue the operation. They quickly realize the wound will never heal. They will have to completely amputate the lioness's foot. If they don't, she'll die. But there's a more immediate threat. It's 38 degrees Celsius, and the lioness is becoming dangerously hot. Under the effects of the anesthetic, her body cannot regulate its own temperature. So they douse her with water to keep her cool. With the paw removed and the wound cleaned, it's time to bring her round. Milan and KB retreat to the safety of the car. And as the effects of the drug wear off, it's soon clear that she already looks more comfortable.
So the dating of this snared lion went on well, so the drug effects have really reduced, and the fact that you still have time during the day before the sun sets, she'll still be recovering from the remaining little amounts of drugs in her system. And the other lion, the friend, is just nearby, which I think will help with protecting her. As for now, we are good to go.
As the rescuers pull out, the lioness gingerly makes her way through the long grass back towards her friend. Once her wound is healed, this female should be able to survive with just 3 legs. It'll be tough, but without intervention, she would have died within days. After an exhausting and stressful day, the team is happy to head back to camp. On the way, KB in the lead car spots something unexpected.
What's happening?
In the road is a group of lions.
You see that cub with them?
Yeah, I've seen a cub.
Milan was hoping he'd find these missing males. But there's an even bigger surprise.
So we just ran into the mushy pride males. It's a group of 6 males, and they're hanging out with the young, about 7-month-old cub from the pride, which is really unusual to see. The other day we saw the 4 adult females from the pride without the cub, and so it's interesting that the cub isn't hanging out with her mother.
This surprise encounter confirms that the 6 young male lions are doing well on their own. Even more amazing, the female cub the team had given up for dead is in fact alive and well with her older brothers. Male lions use their size and power to protect the pride from any threat or danger. The bigger the mane, the more successful they are at winning prides. Although they keep a watchful eye over their family, males usually avoid parental responsibility. They will, however, occasionally show a more caring manner, tolerating related young cubs playing around them. Luckily for this young cub, the Moshi males know she's a close relation. The team hopes she rejoins her mother soon, where she'll receive the best care. After today's trauma, this remarkable sighting is great news.
Yeah, it's cool to have run into him on the road today. So we take pictures of the lions in order to identify who they are. We have the left side and the right side and a zoom-in shot of the nose, so we know exactly what patterns may be there that we can identify with the photos that we then take throughout the season.
This will be the last time Milan sees the pride this year, so these updated photo IDs are highly valuable. It's been a long but rewarding day for the ZCP team. With 2 days until he leaves, Milan is waiting for GPS downloads of another big carnivore he's tracking. The elusive cheetah.
This morning, we're going to try and get a download for our satellite collars. Hopefully we can get Ntemwa male cheetah specifically, so we can try and see if we can find him this afternoon and check on him, make sure he's doing okay.
But finding the fastest land mammal on Earth is hampered today by some of the slowest internet in Africa.
Unfortunately, we rely on satellite internet, so it's not always consistent, but can't complain. I mean, we're out in the middle of the bush here, and the fact that we even have Wi-Fi is pretty extraordinary.
The Ntemwa cheetah has proven difficult to find recently.
The program is opened.
So it's a relief when the technology springs to life.
Interesting. All right. So it looks like he's about 4.5 Ks from camp right now, just directly north of here. So I think we got a good location, and we can hop in the Land Rover and see if we can get a look at him.
The cheetah could roam many kilometers from the GPS position, so the team needs to get to that spot as quickly as possible. The cheetah is deep in the bush, far from roads, and the rough terrain quickly claims a victim. The vehicle's steering control has broken in the middle of nowhere. If it's not fixed swiftly, they may lose the position of the cheetah. Thankfully, Lamek, the team's junior ecologist, is not only learning all he can about the carnivores, but is also becoming a 4x4 expert.
This is a track rod. It's the one that controls the wheels on the front wheels. So when you're turning it, it will push the other wheel on the other side and pull the other wheel so that you can turn.
Out here in the bush, the team has limited access to tools, so they make do with what they can.
Good as new.
Yeah.
With the wheels all facing the right way, the team carries on its search for the Ntemwa cheetah. Hopefully, he's still in the same location. Even though the carnivore is wearing a satellite collar, in this dense woodland, these secretive cats can be very difficult to spot. But it's vital they find the male to check he's free from snares and is healthy. Their perseverance pays off.
We just found the Ntemwa male, the cheetah, the collared cheetah that we downloaded this morning. So we had a bit of a journey through this woodland here, but we ended up finding him, and it looks like he's doing well, but it's good to get a visual on him, and he has no snares or anything, and he's looking healthy, so it's good news all around.
There are fewer than 7,000 wild adult cheetahs left on the planet. This is Africa's most endangered cat. With fewer than 100 of them recorded here in Kafue, this young male is important for the species' future here in this park. The cheetah is the world's fastest land mammal, capable of reaching a top speed of 109 kilometers per hour. They prefer to live and hunt in wide grassy plains where they can outrun their prey. But they use that speed selectively and sparingly. In Kafue, the team has observed just how adaptable these big cats are. The Ntemwa cheetah is hunting in an entirely different manner. The male, who is new to ZCP's study group, has taken to living and hunting within the cover of the forest, ambushing prey as it comes close, rather than chasing it down over open grasslands. Finding more prey in the forest, the cheetah's woodland strategy seems to be working well.
So there's a lot of common duiker and bushbuck, even bush pig and things like that. Smaller antelopes like grisbuck.
This cheetah's adaptation offers hope for Milan.
So he's just kind of a new addition to the study. So we don't have too much information on him yet, but we're excited to get a better understanding of his movements and see where he goes.
During these final days of this season's mission, getting a visual on this secretive cheetah was one of the team's top priorities. The solitary cat disappears into the woodland. Milan and Lamek will continue to track him by satellite over the coming months. They hope they'll learn how changing habitat might impact this carnivore's life. All is quiet around camp, but nobody is sleeping in. It's the final day in the field, and the team is already out on urgent business.
So we just got a report in from some stakeholders just outside the park here that they saw one of our pack of dogs that we have collared. We're actually been meaning to find them for a while now.
This pack of wild dogs roams in a remote area more than 3 hours from camp. The alpha female wears an old radio collar which can only be detected when the team are within a kilometer. But Milan and KB really want to get a satellite collar on the alpha male, which they can then track from anywhere in the world. Getting this tracker on him is the team's final job before they leave the park in 24 hours.
We're hoping to put a satellite collar on them before the rains come, so we can monitor their movements throughout the week remotely from the laptop.
This mission is crucial because, unlike the pack collared earlier in the week, these dogs are roaming outside the park in an area prone to snares. With a satellite collar, the alpha can be tracked constantly. If he stops moving, in their absence, ZCP can collaborate with the Department of National Parks and Wildlife to investigate. Wild dogs are the endurance athletes of the African savanna and can have ranges of over 850 square kilometers. So the group Milan is now looking for could wander far away unless they're found quickly. Now close to the pack, they split up to search. If they can find the radio-collared female, she'll lead them to the male.
Nice. I think we are closer to the dogs, but we haven't had visual yet. We're trying to get visual now.
Alright, copy that.
As KB enters the tree line, he spots the pack moving. KB needs to locate the alpha male, the leader of the pack. He'll be easy to identify because all the other dogs will be subservient to him. It also means that wherever this dog and his collar go, the pack will follow.
When we just came in, they were of course standing, trying to see who is coming, trying to disturb them. But right now they're comfortable, I think.
KB and Milan creep through the dense woodland, making sure they don't push the dogs from where they've settled. After 30 minutes of careful maneuvering, KB finally spots the alpha male. If he doesn't hit his target, the whole pack could run several kilometers into the bush, and the team will lose the dogs for the next 6 months. Once the dog is fully sedated, the team gets to work. Milan uses 2 fingers to gauge the optimum fit for this new collar. Now fitted, it's time to bring the male around. They pull back to give the dog some space. But KB will keep a close eye on him. The alpha is taking an unusually long time to come round. Turning on the car is enough to nudge him awake. With the light now fading and his pack out in the grasslands, this alpha appears lost, pacing back and forth. The team is going to have to help him find his way back to his family. The dog heads deeper into the forest, and KB loses sight of him. All KB can do is join the pack and hope the alpha finds his way back to them. The dog should be able to pick up on the scent of his pack. The minutes go by with no sign of him. As KB is giving up hope, suddenly the male appears in the clearing. The pack is ecstatic to see its leader, none the worse for his experience. KB is feeling just as relieved.
We're so happy we've put the collar on, because now that we have a satellite collar, we're going to be able to know wherever they will be by way of having a location from the satellite.
Today's successful mission was just in time. The team has to leave, but the satellite tracking allows them to keep watch over the pack from afar. It's the last job of the season and time to pack up. The rain finally begins to fall, and the team has achieved more than they hoped in their final week. They have managed to catch up with the last key members of their study group, find the missing cub, and save a lion's life. They now have more carnivores than ever before wearing satellite collars, and their study map of this huge park has grown bigger by the day. But Milan is resolute about the predators in the Kafue National Park.
I think there's definitely a bright future ahead for the carnivores in Kafue. But for that future to come true, I think this place needs a lot of focus right now, whether it be research, but also anti-poaching efforts. It can be depressing at times, but like I said, there's hope, and the challenges are there, but that does make the work more rewarding as well.
A brighter future for these predators is shining through, thanks to the collaborative work by ZCP and the Department of National Parks and Wildlife. Although they now have to leave the animals behind, ZCP will be back next year to carry on their crucial work.